Hey guys, it's Bailey. Welcome back to the channel. This is going to be a quick review of Smashbox's newest mascara. It is called X-Rated, and I got this through Octoly. I've talked about what that is in a previous video. If you want to check it out, you can click my link in the info bar below. But basically, it's a way to get samples like this, and so I thought it was perfect timing to get to try this guy because you might remember I recently talked about the full exposure that I got in my Ipsy Glam bag, so wanted to give this a try and then kind of compare it to an original formula that and I know a lot of other people know and love. So for starters, X-Rated retails for $22, a full size, a full exposure retails for $20, so a little bit of a price hike, but basically X-Rated is supposed to be the buildable mascara in Smashbox's line. You're supposed to be able to layer this to get additional volume, clump-free, obviously clump-free, flake-free, same great lasting power and wear time as the original formula, but this is just the buildable sister of full exposure. So I am actually wearing, just for the sake of comparison, I am wearing this on my left eye and full exposure on my right eye in case you want to take any personal comparisons throughout the video, just thought I'd tell you that. But more about X-Rated. This is in the shade Rich Black. For reference, the packaging I love. I mean, it's no indicator as to the product inside, but I just personally aesthetically love this packaging. Then once you get inside and you see the brush, the bristles are kind of not natural fiber, but fibrous. No, that's not the right word because fibrous means that there's like fibers in the formula. What I'm trying to say is they're not rubberized. They're like traditional fibers on the brush, if that makes any sense. Then the structure of the brush, it looks like it's uniform, but in fact there are alternating rows of high and low bristles on here. So the way I like to apply this is go for a low row, which is going to have a lot more product, apply that to my lashes, and then rotate out so that the longer bristles, sounds like that is not the right word. I've been using it the whole video. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm gonna keep saying bristles, but it sounds very abrasive to have around your eye. Anywho, I rotate so the longer bristles then can take that product and distribute it evenly throughout the lashes and kind of separate and volumize and lengthen with each pass. Just a little tip, that's how I like to apply it, but would love to hear any tips and tricks you have in the comments below. I was looking through some of my older mascaras, not that I use them, but I do keep pretty much every mascara I've ever had in a drawer just so I can reference the brush and kind of remember how that mascara performed and compare it to how this performed with the same brush. I, despite thinking I had one, don't have one for comparison. There are really no brushes that I've found that are similar. If you can think of one that you have, definitely let me know, because for some reason I thought this was familiar, but not so much. It's a pretty unique brush, and I do find it's really effective at doing exactly what it says it's supposed to. I find that one coat honestly looks very similar to the full exposure mascara, but once you start layering them, that's where they really diverge, which is good because that's supposed to be the differentiating factor between the two. So when I start layering them, full exposure really maintains that length. This, and I mentioned this in the Ipsy video, despite saying it's supposed to lengthen and volumize, I found it provided me primarily with length. It made my lashes really long and wispy looking, but didn't provide nearly as much volume as I would have liked. Once you start layering the X-Rated, this starts giving you that volume. 2 coats I find is the perfect amount. I am wearing 3 coats right now, and I think some people who are real clumpmeisters might not like how this is turning out. I personally don't mind. It's a little bit clumpy for my taste, but I know that some people, you know, especially from afar, it really looks more like volume, which I am all about, but you know, depending on your lash taste, you might not agree. I personally really like it, but I do find that 2 coats is really the sweet spot, whereas if you were to layer full exposure, excuse me, you just don't get that same kind of volume that X-Rated is going to provide. Now on to wear time. I absolutely raved about the wear time of the full exposure in that Ipsy video, and this seems like the exact same great formula. It doesn't make your lashes feel crispy or crunchy or weigh them down. It doesn't flake throughout the day. It doesn't smudge or budge. I don't have that annoying like dark circle under my eye where if I put mascara on my lower lashes, it starts running down. It's just a really steadfast sort of formula, and it holds curl really well throughout the day. I think you'll be able to see in the before and after pictures. So overall, you know, if you're gonna go for a not even high end, but mid-tier, I mean, it's not, there are definitely higher end mascaras out there, but it's more than your average drugstore mascara. If you're gonna go for one, this is one of the great ones out there, especially if you like that buildable factor. If on the other hand, you like length, I mean, full exposure is a great way to go, but for me personally, when I'm after that length and volume, this is just it for me. So overall, great thoughts about Smashbox's new X-Rated Mascara. Would love to hear if you have any thoughts on it in the comment section below. Beyond that, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this video was useful. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.